Yes, I saw Kate last night. She was alive when I left her, though.
That wasn't the question.
Yes, it is, or that's what you're getting at anyway.
Hey, you let me decide what I'm getting at, all right?
I saw Kate last night. She told me about the abortion, and I left. When I came back, it was in the morning. You were there. I didn't kill her. I had no reason to kill her.
Draw up that contract exactly the way I laid it out, and if Jack Fleming doesn't like it, I'll take my business elsewhere.
Oh, Mr. Carpenter, please tell me, what did the judge decide to do about Master Eric?
The eminent Judge Sawyer, prejudiced right down to his fingertips, gave Miriam full custody. And what do you think of that, Mrs. Lucas?
Oh, no.
Temporary custody. There'll be another hearing in 6 months.
Oh, Mr. Carpenter, I'm so sorry.
You can save your sympathy, please, Mrs. Lucas. In 6 months' time, Eric will be right back here where he belongs. And bring us some tea, Mrs. Lucas. Mr. Myers and I not only have a lot of work to do, we've got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Oh, that was great.
At least I now have an inkling of how David must have felt when he beat Goliath.
Oh, Eric, honey, we're home.
I wish you folks had listened to me in the first place. I knew it was going to end like this.
Oh, brother, listen to her.
Well, bad as follow you doubting my word.
What, me? Never.
While you folks are standing around fretting, I told you no man's arm was long enough to box with God.
Amen.
Well, listen, don't you think we should do something to celebrate?
Oh, I'm way ahead of you there. Yesterday I shopped for a nice roast beef with all the trimmings. Further evidence of my confidence.
Hey, well, let's get out the fancy dishes and the candles and everything and have a party.
Ah, okay. Sounds good. Oh,
Party for who?
Eric, it's a party for you. Because Judge Sawyer just told us that you are going to be able to stay with us. Isn't that great?
Why don't we just cut out the declarations of innocence, okay, and let's get to the question at hand.
Aren't you supposed to read me my rights somewhere along in here or something?
You're not under arrest.
No, but if I say the wrong thing or use the wrong inflection, I am,
Hey,
right?
don't put me on the defensive, okay? You lied to me this morning. Now I want to know where you were last night.
Starting when?
Starting from when you left your office.
I left my office about 8 o'clock.
Try 8:15.
Yeah, that sounds about right. How'd you know that?
Trade secret, go on.
I went straight from my office to the Castaway Bar.
Is that your usual routine?
No.
You supposed to meet somebody there?
No, but I did meet somebody.
Uh-huh.
Amber. And I was more than a little surprised.
Why?
Because the bar isn't Amber's style, and I hadn't seen her in about 24 hours.
That's because she was out of town having an abortion.
Yeah. I wasn't there more than 5-10 minutes. I didn't even drink the drink that I ordered.
Why not?
Had a fight with Amber.
About what?
Does it really make any difference?
Yes, it does.
Her sister.
Well, tell me about it.
Stacy and I were having a relationship. And it was all part of Amber's revenge to make sure that that relationship had no future. I had gone to Stacy earlier to let her know that there would be no future to our relationship. And when I told Amber about it later, she didn't hide her happiness at Stacy's grief. And that made me mad, and I left.
To go where?
Just to get out of there. I was furious. I just drove around in the car. And then I realized I didn't want to pretend that I wanted to be with Amber anymore, so I went back to the apartment to pick up my stuff.
Okay, what time was that?
About midnight.
So why don't you tell me about the conversation with Kate Carruthers now?
It wasn't much of a conversation. She asked me if Amber had told me the news. I told her that she didn't. She showed me the receipt and told me herself.
Did you get angry?
Of course I got angry. I found out that my child had been murdered, wouldn't you? The whole reason I got back together with Amber was because the more I thought about the child, the more I wanted to try to make something good out of something that had started off so bad. I was a fool to even consider it.
So you got angry at Kate Carruthers?
No, wait a minute.
She told you.
I said I got angry at Amber, not Kate.
But you raised your voice, didn't you?
Yeah, but it was...
Even though you were angry at Amber.
Look, I lost my head. She used the child to get me back, and then she ruined any future that I might have with Stacy, and I just had to let off a little steam.
Okay. Then what happened?
I went back to the Castaway Bar to look for Amber, but she wasn't there. I didn't bother to go back to the apartment to look for her because I knew that she was too much of a coward to face that situation. And I don't know where she spent the night.
The question is still unanswered. Where were you?
I went home to my own place. I was tired.
About what time was that?
I don't know.
I don't know is not gonna cut it. You got too much unaccounted for time on a night when a woman was murdered.
It must have been about 1:15.
Got anybody to verify that?
No,
How did Kate Carruthers feel about you living with her daughter?
I don't know.
How'd she feel about you getting Amber pregnant?
I'm not
Does
sure.
she know about you and Stacy?
Yeah.
Does she approve?
I don't know.
Why not?
It didn't make any difference to me if she approved or not.
You didn't like Kate Carruthers,
Yes,
did you?
I did. Everybody liked Kate
Not
Carruthers.
everybody.
But I did. Now look, I don't care if I have too much unaccounted for time or the murder weapon was my gun. I didn't do it.
Why did you deny that you saw Kate Carruthers last night?
I came in, I saw that there was something wrong, and it was a natural impulse. I swear, that's all there is to it.
Okay. That's about it. Thanks for coming in.
Sure.
I might need to talk to you again, though.
That's okay. I'm not going anywhere. I have no reason to.
Maybe.
Honey, aren't you glad you're gonna be with me?
I want to stay with Grandpa, too.
Eric!
Now listen, you just go ahead and prepare that special dinner because this is a celebration. And he's gonna see that.
Eric! We're gonna have a little talk.
Now the real battle begins.
Well, now, I wouldn't quite put it that way. You know, about 2 months ago, if that boy had spoken to his mother like that, she just would have literally fallen apart. Now she's upstairs exercising her God-given responsibilities as a mother. That's not a battle, honey. That's a victory.
I guess. Well, I want to thank you for the invitation to dinner, Owen, but I'm afraid I can't stay. I got to get going.
Well, why not?
Dave Phillips, got to get down to the jail, see what's going on.
Oh, yeah, the poor guy.
Well, tell me, are you going to represent him?
Oh, I don't know about that yet.
What do you mean you don't know? You've got to.
What I've got to do is get the facts first. You know, the police don't go around arresting and charging somebody with murder casually. Now, I admit, I think the charge is a little ludicrous, but I'm not so foolish to think it's not possible.
Now, will you tell him that we love him very much and he's in our prayers?
I sure will.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you gonna come back after you're done?
Oh, I don't think so.
Why not?
Well, I've got to do the preparation and work for the Salzburg case.
Look, that can wait until tomorrow. If you just hurry up and come back, you can still eat with us.
Babs, you know how busy I am and how far behind I am in my work.
You are very boring, you know that? Look, you just go lead your boring little life doing your boring work and all those other boring things that you do, whatever they are.
You mean like making a boring little living?
Hey, you know exactly what I mean.
I'll try to make it back for dessert. How's that?
That's better. Now you run along and get Dave Phillips out of jail like a good boy.
Your grasp of the law is, mind-boggling.
And it has henceforth been resolved that the party of the first part will acknowledge his debt and restore to the party of the second part an amount to total no less than $10,000 per month for a period not to exceed 24 months. Now, I still think the terms you've offered him, Charles, are a little harsh, but he's not really in any position to complain now, is he? Charles?
Oh. Yes, that's fine.
Good.
Dan, I want to appeal Judge Sawyer's decision.
Charles, we have already been through this.
Then we will go through it again. To wait 6 months just for the chance of saving Eric is ridiculous. I want to begin now.
Listen to me. Even if I file the papers tomorrow morning, we couldn't possibly get a hearing date till at least the beginning of May. Now, that's 7 months from now.
Then pull some strings.
I don't have any to pull. And in the appellate court, neither do you. Besides, I think the 6-month wait just might work in your favor.
How?
If there are no further complications with your health, the judge just might take your bid for custody a little more seriously.
There will be no more complications, and I resent your innuendo that my bid would not be taken seriously.
Well, you can resent it all you like, Charles, but the reason you didn't win Eric is because of your heart attack. Not to mention that you perjured yourself trying to cover it up. Now, until you can demonstrate that your health isn't an issue, an appeal would be pointless.
My health is no longer a problem. Now, what are you going to promise me?
What? I don't understand what you mean.
It's a very simple statement. I'm making you a guarantee. I'm fine. I will continue to feel fine. And now I want you to promise me that you'll get Eric back.
I can't make you a promise like that.
Oh, really? You know, considering the size of the fees I pay you, I find that a rather unusual remark.
And I find your promise of good health ludicrous.
Here we are, gentlemen. I took the liberty of bringing you your medication, Mr. Carpenter.
Aha, your medication, Charles. How very thoughtful and appropriate, Mrs. Lucas.
I want one idea from you, at least one, and I want it now.
All right, Charles, listen to me. All I can offer you is the hope that during the next 6 months, Miriam will prove herself an incompetent parent.
This is my grandson we're talking about, my only heir.
Don't do it, Charles.
As you have perhaps noticed, doing nothing is not my lifestyle. It never has been, and it never will be.
You seem to forget that this is Master Eric's rightful home. And this is something that Mr. Carpenter is forced to do. I want you to know that whatever is necessary, you have my full cooperation.
Thank you, Mrs. Lucas, very much.
Is there anything else, sir?
No. You've been more than helpful. Unusual woman. One could learn a lot about loyalty from her.
So, what's the deal?
Oh, nothing. I guess I shouldn't have ordered this.
You're awful quiet tonight.
I am? I have a lot on my mind.
Me too.
Maybe I ought to finish this, huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking about? Our wedding. We gotta have a church wedding. It's gonna be a biggie, just like my sister.
Peter, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love it. We're gonna have relatives, we're gonna have friends. It's gonna be great.
No.
Why not? Are you worried about the expenses? It's not gonna be a problem. I'm gonna look for the money, I'll find it.
It's not the expenses.
Then what?
Look, I don't want to talk about it anymore, okay?
Okay. Talked to my mom last night. Mentioned that we might want to live with her for a while.
What did she say?
What could she say?
No.
She's not gonna throw me out of my own house.
And she's not exactly gonna welcome me with open arms either.
It'll work out.
Peter, how can you say that? It's very obvious what you're not telling me. Your mother doesn't approve of this marriage. Neither will mine when she hears about it. Maybe we ought to listen.
Listen to what? The voice of experience?
Yes.
Look, her experiences don't count. Our experience says that we are in love. And that's all that matters.
That's not what I asked you.
Yeah, I'm going to defend him.
Well, you don't need to sound so enthusiastic about it.
If I don't sound enthusiastic, it's because I'm not enthusiastic.
Well, then why bother?
Because I think he's innocent.
Look, we could have told you that before you left.
That's for sure.
Look, everybody knows Dave Phillips is a great guy, but what really bothers me is that he was found passed out in his car with the murder weapon not 10 feet away from him.
That story about his being drunk is ridiculous.
That's the one ray of sunshine we got. Your analysis showed absolutely no trace of alcohol in his system.
Well, we could have told you that, too.
But then why did he pass out?
That's the mystery. Nobody knows. I'm going to start my own investigation, though. I'm going to try to solve it.
Oh, God bless you, Harold. You'll make me sleep a whole lot easier nights knowing that you're on his side. You're a good man, Harold.
Where you going?
You're right, Babs. He is a little dense about some things.
Am I being the subject of conversation behind my back?
You usually are. Come on, I got a piece of pie in here with your name on it.
Oh, Babs, I can't eat pie.
Want some coffee to go with it?
No.
Don't pout. Makes your chin lumpy.
I'm not pouting.
Yes, you are. You want some milk instead?
Yeah, fine.
Come on, Harold. Don't get your feathers all ruffled. Everything's gonna be fine.
Babs, look, you know how busy I've been. I think you'd be on my side. I'm making a little money now. We were in kind of rough shape there for a while after I quit Charles.
Look, I am happy for you, really. You just have to remember to pay attention to details. We have a way of feeling neglected.
Is that what I've been doing?
Kind of.
I'm sorry. Speaking of details,
Yeah,
you have forgot a fork and a big glass of milk.
I did.
Uh-huh.
Well, there's a reason for that, Harold.
Yeah, what is that?
Well, I didn't want to hit you in the nose with a fork when I threw the pie in your face.
You wouldn't do that.
Want to bet?
No lo contendere. That means no contest.
That's right. That's better. Eat your pie.
Stacy, I know you're here. It's Terry Davidson.
Please leave me alone. She's dead. My mother's dead.
Stacy, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Why did it have to be her? Why did it have to be her?
I don't know.
Tell me it isn't true. Tell me that she's still alive.
Stacy, just let it go. Just let the tears flow.
No, I'm fine. I'm gonna be just fine. I'm sorry.
Don't be. Stacy, I've talked with your father. He didn't do this, and I believe him. It's important that you go see him, too. He really needs you now.
How can I? How can I?
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Stacy, I don't think you should be alone tonight. I want you to come and stay with me.
I couldn't. It would be too much of an imposition.
I'm speaking from experience when I say it's best that you not be alone. Please say yes.
I guess it would be nice to have someone to talk to if I needed it.
Well, then it's settled. Stacy, has there been any arrangement for the funeral?
Mm-mm. Amber and I talked about it, but, and I suppose that Lee should be involved.
Well, I don't think you should wait any longer. If you'll let me, I'd be glad to go ahead and make the arrangements.
Oh, that'd be great. I can only imagine what you must be thinking about my reaction to my father. I know he's very alone right now, but I just couldn't take seeing him. I go get my things together.
Oh, Dave.